What's up, everybody? It's your main man. Oh, get this. What the hell is this thing? It's your main man Betta back here and again. Welcome back to the Not Your Mama's Fantasy Football League, Volume 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And today, Power Rankings, Week 11. So sorry, Sasai.
Sasai.
Okay, welcome back to the program. We got ourselves Power Rankings here. We got 12th place teamed up to that first place team here. Oh, look at that. Holy mackerel. Look at that beautiful head of hair. Got beautiful hair here. Okay, so 12th place team. Kickin with Younghoe. 1 in 10. Feeling it. Feeling the pain. I don't really have any notes for that. Go to last week's video for my notes on that particular team. We're going to move on to the 11th place team. I'm all over the place today. My sincerest apologies. You'll all be, right HR or whatever. We got ourselves the 11th place team. 11th place team in the rankings is the ideal fantasy team. And we got a name change. About damn time. I thought that Tanner took a little too long to change his name, especially after the Cooper Cup news. We got our name change here. And let's see, when your best players are the Patriots defense, Justin Fields and Donovan Peoples-Jones, tip my cap to you. And we're gonna move on. 10th place team. 10th place team in these year rankings is Master Cook. Master Cook lost, I think. Yes, he did. But he could have won. He lost by 1.24 points. 1.24. Very close. One of the thinnest margins of victory for Team Robs this past week. That margin basically, I won't say that Allen's team is out because there are still, 4 games remaining on the schedule, I think. So there is potential. Let's say he wins out, finishes the year 8-7. Stranger things could occur. We will move on to the 9th place team, and that is the Chateau St. Bargles Winery. Not our year. Just not our year. 5-6, picking up sticks. Couldn't even score 90 points. Bam, 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 bam. Just bad. Especially this past week is basically my whole fantasy year in a nutshell. I realized that Gerald Everett wasn't going to be able to play for the Chargers, so I went and tried to waiver pick up his backup, guy named Trey McKitty, who I have never heard of before. Wasn't really thinking. I was doing it fast, and so I dropped the Broncos defense, something I probably shouldn't have done, to pick up Trey McKitty. Then what I realized is then I had no defense. So in order to play a tight end, I got rid of my only defense that I could play. So then I had to go and drop something else so that I could play the Kansas City Chiefs defense because I was the only one that let me pick up. Blah, blah, blah. What the hell am I even doing? Who cares? Moving on to the 8th place team. My 8th place team is Ghost Bongtown, no. I love when Andrew gets a win. 106 something points. Dak Prescott, Jamal Williams combined 450. That is good. At 5 and 6, he'll need to really start hitting the afterburners. Probably will need to win out against teams like Betta with Chedda, the Winery, Team Robs, and finally Limp Biscuits. Those are all teams that are ahead of him in the power rankings. If he defeats all of these teams, that is Andrew's path from 8th place all the way to a potential playoff slot. I think his playoffs begin now. We'll move on. That's all of the lowly, losery teams. Sorry. It just is. We go to the 7th place team. 7th place team in these here rankings is it's Team Robs. Team Robs, that's my brother from the same family, same mother. Got the win by a narrow margin. Who gives a rip? 6 and 5, scored like 92 points. Could have lost just as easily as he won. What do we do here? We move on to the 6th place team. 6th place team in these here rankings is, and I can smell it, hear it. Oh, it's Thanksgiving. Maybe paint it, taste it. Well, we'll need all of our senses because it's Oside Beta Go, baby. That's right. It's Darren's team, one of the highest scoring teams of the week, and everybody kind of was a middling. Didn't really perform all that well. Darren Dunn did it, and it's Deebo Samuel and the Niners defense hadn't even played yet before Darren already got the win over the Winery. Comes roaring back into 6th place here. Let's see. Same as goes to Bongtown, same as Team Robs. More or less, the playoffs have begun for a guy like Darren. His path to victory includes defeating Team Robs, Limp Biscuits, Team Diaper Funds, and Grand Salami Time. All teams that he's either tied with or ahead of him. So it's wide open for Darren, wide open for Evan, wide open for Andrew. If they should just win out or win the great majority of the remaining games, they may just figure themselves in the playoffs. So we'll move on to the 5th place team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th is Team Diaper Funds. Corey, hey. Corey got the, what happened? Oh no, Corey, no. Tough weekend for this fundraising team. Things are getting tight. Not a good time to lose. But he did lose. And he actually scored the lowest amount of points of anybody this week. And I mean, hell, he scored like 20 points less than Samuel, who actually, Samuel would have beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams this week. Holy God. Well, how do you like that? 4th place team. The 4th place team in these here rankings is Grand Salami Time. It's Katie's team. Tell you what, Katie lost. But that's kind of how these power rankings are going right now. Some of these top flight teams like Corey's team, like Katie's team, they did lose, but their records indicate that they're still a top level team, 6 and 5. Now all of a sudden, instead of being in that rarefied fighting for 4th place, now they're really fighting for 4th place in an even bigger way. Now there's basically a 4-way tie for 4th place, give or take, wins and losses of that sort. So I think the ESPN app has her at 5 or 6. I have her in these rankings that don't matter at 4. She has some important matchups coming up. She will need to defeat Whitney and the Fancy Lads this weekend just to kind of keep momentum going here. Otherwise, she's going to slide, and she's got some competition. So 3rd place team in these here rankings is Betta with Chedda, or it's Ben's team. Kadarius Toney, Damian Pierce combined for 2.7. That doesn't matter because Derrick Henry and Travis Kelce combined for 60. Who cares about a flex? That's my note here. Great timing to get a win. The other people he was tied with in terms of record, Corey and Katie, they lost and Ben won. That means they went in opposite directions. He's the only 7-4 team. Hasn't locked himself in the playoffs as of yet, but he doesn't need as much work in order to get there. And the second place team in these here rankings is it's Fancy Lads. Feeling fancy after another victory. Whitney, top tier. Patrick Mahomes, Devin Singletary combined for 50. He only got like 94 points. That's not like super playoff fantasy threatening, but you just got to get in, get lucky, and go all the way. We're only the winner here only needs to win 6 matchups from here on out. For some of these teams, they don't even have to win 6. I'd argue that a team like the Fancy Lads or Limp Biscuits only has to win 2 more matchups. They could lose the next 4, and they just need to win those playoff matchups. So it takes us to the first place team, and he's back by popular demand. It's Limp Biscuit. So Limp Biscuits, 9-2. What you gonna do? Well, probably gonna lose to Michael's team. And look, this is a good time to be Michael. I think it's the holiday season. Michael has earned the top spot. I think he'll be in the playoffs, and hopefully he can make us some music, make us some noise, and maybe come away with a reservation at the Texas Roadhouse. Who knows? Michael's team to beat, up 1 slot from second place. He's been at the top slot along with Whitney basically all year long. That's it for these rankings. So if you're tuned in, go, give me a thumbs up. It's YouTube. So give me a thumbs up. Happy Thanksgiving coming up. If your fantasy year hasn't gone the way you hoped, well, that's how it always is. It's how it always has always been. It never goes well for anybody, ever. So, with that, I bid you a fond farewell, fair adieu, and I'll see you next week. Peace.